Again, the background is called Runaway. It's about it's kind of me imagining like a psychological experiment. My parents met in 1965 in Rome. My father was a Roman man. My mother was an American woman, Jewish American woman, who had come to Europe to, I don't know, find a man, I guess. And they ended up meeting in the park in Rome, the same park where I would meet my wife many years later. And so this is kind of me imagining how that went, because it was a story that I'd always heard, but neither of my parents are alive anymore. So it's just me imagining kind of what was going through their heads while they were meeting for the first time. And it's inspired a little bit by Delmore Schwartz's story, In Dreams Begin Responsibilities, if anybody's familiar with that. Mm-hmm. That's kind of maybe with the psychological baggage. Runaway. My mother is sitting alone on a park bench in Villa Borghese eating a sandwich. It isn't an easy thing to find a sandwich in Rome in 1966. She's had to route out Bar degli Americani on Via Veneto near the embassy in order to find ham on white bread, no mayonnaise. Imagine that, a Jewish girl eating a ham sandwich on a park bench in Rome with no mayo. What is she doing there, so far from home? And where is home, anyway? Her parents' home in Brookline, Massachusetts? That isn't home, not anymore. She ran away from that home, came to Rome, via Paris, via San Francisco. Anywhere but at the Shabbos table with that tyrant her mother and her ineffectual father. A ham sandwich on a park bench is better than that, she says to herself, as a dapper man appears, dressed in a smart black suit. She notices his teeth. Naively, she thinks he might be Marcello Mastroianni, her singular destiny to meet a movie star, fall in love, and become his wife. Live happily ever after. The fantasies that run through a young woman's head. This is not Eddie Fisher, nice Jewish boy, dungaree doll. This man is a smooth talker. He wants to sell her something. Realizing she's an American, he begins speaking in broken schoolboy English. He turns on the charm, and she is charmed. What is he selling? Wine. What else? You are in Italy, poor girl, eating a sandwich all alone. He overwhelms her, makes her feel like Audrey Hepburn. She, in turn, is an easy target, not like Italian women. To get into their pants, you have to go through their families. He knows. He has 2 sisters. He's always beating up guys in his neighborhood for putting their hands on them. He's got a reputation. But everyone knows American women are unmoored. Why else do they come here? To get into trouble, to meet a Casanova, to have what they call a fling. He learned that word in a movie. Then they go back home and get married to a Rock Hudson or a John Wayne, have 2 kids and 2 cars, and pursue their dreams of happiness. Europeans have history. Americans have dreams. That seems to him a profound insight. My mother crinkles the cellophane into a ball, rolls it in her palm, brushes the crumbs from her skirt. He looks at her knees, the skin boldly exposed, wonders what's beyond them. She isn't thin, he thinks, as he absorbs her body with his eyes. He isn't subtle. You don't need to be in Rome in 1966. All you need to have is charm, and he has excellent charm. She decides in that moment she will go anywhere with this man. She will do anything he asks. She has nothing to lose, no one waiting for her on the other side of the ocean, no Eddie Fisher. Her brother is married to a German. Her brother, the magician, who disappeared into a German woman and never came out. How she would like to disappear into this man, fall into the black hole of him, learn to curse her own parents in his tongue, allow the sensual inflections of Italian to evict the Yiddish gutturals lodged in her throat like fish bones. How she would like to learn to trill her R's, double her consonants, strap a crucifix around her neck for the sheer pleasure of seeing her mother's dumbstruck punnin. Bury her alive with Roman invective, li mortacci tua, fuck your dead ancestors. Tear the crucifix off and flush it down the toilet, having exhausted its usefulness. She smooths her skirt, a little flushed.
That was the opening poem to Unburial.